Sometimes you only need just one video to launch your YouTube channel into the spotlight.
I couldn't imagine this happened to me, like having this kind of growth and stuff on my channel. The first day it got 100,000 views and I was just like, what?
What does it take to go from just another gaming channel to a channel that is creating viral documentaries on YouTube? Easer's journey is all about that transformation. Like so many small channels, he was lost in a desert of 0 views, but at one point, he realized he had to stop blaming himself and take responsibility. And that's what he was doing until Easer stopped and started studying YouTube relentlessly until he cracked the code. His first viral doc, and keep in mind, this was a small channel, got him 489,000 views. So he followed it up, and another viral documentary pulls in 689,000 views. This wasn't luck. He uncovered the perfect formula for irresistible documentaries. But Easer's journey wasn't easy. He made every mistake imaginable. In this video, Easer's going to reveal the brutal lessons that he learned along the way. This is the kind of stuff that really helps small channels punch above their weight class. So if you're currently feeling stuck in first gear on YouTube, Easer's strategies may help take your channel to where you want it to be. Let's start with persistence, because this might be one of the most important adjectives to describe anybody who wants to grow a channel on YouTube. And boy, was Easer persistent. He tried out all kinds of different niches. I already mentioned gaming, he tried YouTube growth, and then documentaries. He even tried his hand at other platforms as well, seeing a bit of traction on Instagram while trying to get into the Fortnite community. He wasn't super consistent there, but he did find some growth on TikTok, sharing clips from other people.
This is nice, like posting other people's clips, but it was really still like, it wasn't me. Like I'm posting other people's stuff and I kind of wanted to show people me and kind of get people to care about me.
So he started studying the creators that he loved, copying what they were doing, and then hoping that would be enough to mimic their success.
I'd made 2 videos like that and both of those got like 20-30 views max. I think that was a time where like that like hurt me. It was my first couple of videos on Premiere Pro, but I was just like, man, I spent all this time, I spent months on there, and it was just like, I got no views or nothing like that. What can I do?
Instead of simulating the success of a big channel, he ended up in one of the biggest pitfalls that creators fall into. It's a classic move. Before you find your own voice, you just go out and copy somebody else's videos. Now, it's okay to take inspiration, but you have to remember, first of all, the big channel that you are copying is in a whole different league than you are. They have a completely different process, experiences, and resources that you simply don't have as a small channel. But also, by copying someone that you simply like, you haven't brought anything new to the table. So there's a big chance that when you do this, you get no views at all. And listen, I understand that is frustrating. What kept you going? That sounds like enough to make someone go, well, I guess maybe YouTube is probably not what I want to do, because I want to take my computer and throw it out the window. What made you not do that?
Now, I was watching a lot of self-help stuff, and there were a lot of people were saying just taking 100% responsibility. I realized when I made those videos, like I was blaming the algorithm. I was just thinking like, I can't blame them because those videos I blamed them. So I was like, my next couple of videos, let me not blame them. Let me like really lock in and understand how to make a good video.
Chances are you've heard this one before, or even said this to yourself once or twice. The algorithm is against me. I'm being shadow banned. My content isn't reaching anyone, and it's YouTube's fault. Easer got to this point and realized that he had to stop feeling sorry for himself and start using strategies that would actually help him. The goal was to get the algorithm to work on his side instead of against him.
Let me find something that people haven't done. That was pretty much what I was thinking. So for like the Canal Joseph one, like I didn't see a lot of documentaries on Canal Joseph. So I was like, all right, let me do Canal Joseph.
And just like that, Easer knew what he had to do. With this new strategy behind him on his nearly vacant channel, his next video literally gets hundreds of thousands of views. How though? How did he do this? He simply found himself in a spot where no one else was. But what actually happens to your small channel when one of those videos you made suddenly goes viral?
The first video that really blew up was the Secret Genius in AMP. When that blew up, that kind of blew everything up. The first week or two, it got like 100,000 views. That like really surprised me. It went back to everything else in the channel.
It felt like the algorithm was finally pushing Easer's content. And that one video went back and actually affected his older videos too, because people were finally finding Easer and wanting to know what else he had to say. And it was a good thing he was already making videos on his channel similar to these topics. Owning those mistakes and fixing his mindset benefited all of his videos across the board.
I went from 200 to 2K subscribers, monetized, and gotten several editing jobs from this one video.
But mindset wasn't the only mistake that Easer was addressing. So I want to ask, what do you think has been like the biggest mistake that you've made on your YouTube journey?
I'd say like consistency, not posting everything and not working on something like every day. Another big mistake I made, like I feel like towards the beginning my hooks were okay, but I don't think I really prioritized them enough, because I prioritized the meat of the video, like more like the story part of the video and the ending. But I always think about the hook now. It's basic things with the hooks, but I feel like something that's overlooked though is like trust. Like people don't make you trust them. Having someone that can like trust that you're gonna provide, or like trust that you're saying the right information in like the minute or so or a couple seconds.
When a smaller channel talks about issues where the algorithm isn't giving them a chance, I always feel like really what the problem is that viewers are finding it difficult to trust a new creator. Especially if you make longer videos, it's really, really difficult to get someone to want to invest time into your content when they've never seen you before. There's no simple way to combat this. It's very, very important to build trust very quickly, because new people who do give you a chance with that click, how much longer is their patience gonna last? So building that trust to get views is critical, but getting views is also difficult. We're in a chicken and the egg situation, and the only way to get better is to produce better. And to produce better, you need to have a good production process.
I feel like my production process has definitely not been the best for majority of my videos. I feel like recently for the Chris Next Door, yeah, I think it took me like 4 months or something to get it done. I feel like I have a good one now. For the first thing is for when I like choose somebody, I'm just thinking about, can I relate to them like any kind of way?
For Easer, who specializes in crafting documentaries, a fundamental requirement is to have a deep connection and a genuine interest in the story that he's telling. This emotional attachment that Easer ends up building with his audience ensures that his documentaries are both engaging and authentic. And that principle extends to all YouTube channels. It's not just about caring and having passion for your chosen niche on YouTube. It's about realizing that if you don't, you might miss out on opportunities and long-term success. When you genuinely invest in your content and your niche, you're not only more likely to create an engaging piece of content, but at the same time, you're also reducing the risk of burnout.
Then from the research, going to the podcasts, understanding the general story, then understanding how I want to form my story to tell. And then from there, it will be the scripting process. Then I'm kind of getting everything on the timeline. I try to get all the clips I can on the timeline, because I always like putting something on the timeline as soon as possible. Because if I don't, I feel like I kind of procrastinate more. The second I open my computer, Premiere Pro pops up. And I instantly go down and then I click it. And then if it's something in the timeline, like I'm always gonna like touch something. I'm always gonna do something.
The frustration of not knowing how your next video is gonna do can lead to procrastination. And that's a tricky spot to be in. It's a cycle that nobody wants to be a part of. So how do you break out of that and make things happen? Well, a few tips I can share is 1, maybe try shooting some videos in bulk. When you're ready, you can also set up a permanent lighting and camera arrangement so you're not always having to get your gear back out and set everything up. And then create an editing process that is more organized. Make sure you're placing your clips on the timeline in the order you shot them, for example. All of these things take little bites out of the production process and make things a lot more approachable along the way. The key is to do whatever you can to streamline your workflow and reduce fear and uncertainty that can often show up when you take a break or halt your production process. But if Easer could only tell you one thing, that would be his best advice for starting out on YouTube?
I think the advice I would give is really just to worry about getting your reps in the beginning. Just keep creating stuff that you like. If you watch the Mr. Beast interview, you know this. It's like improving every video over and over. Something that a lot of smaller creators don't do is they don't get live feedback. Get feedback circles. Get several different people that are in and out of your niche to see your videos. That will help you improve a lot.
Easer is not the only creator who we've talked to recently about breaking out from becoming a small channel to a viral sensation, because this video here is about JR, a young creator who faced incredible challenges and had to overcome them in order to have their own viral success on YouTube.